So,
hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, every fucking body out there. It's Thursday night. You know what that means. It's For the Homies podcast. Yes, I rebranded the channel, put podcast in the name. So, yeah, somebody was saying the other night they can't find our URL. Hey, Mo, I changed the URL too, so it's Homies Podcast now. I hope you can find it now.
All about search engine optimization.
So, we got somebody back down below. It's the return.
New York is okay.
One, the only BiggDoggJake. What's up, brother? Welcome fucking back.
The state of New York is still preserved part of the Union.
Look. We only drove to New York to pick her up and drop her off at JFK. We came back to my home state, the state of our president, for better or for worse. It's fine. It's fine. It wasn't massive storms. House didn't break. I didn't know this till the day of. It's a duplex, and there is a permanent tenant upstairs. I didn't know that. So I did have a bit of a, when she was not outside with me, I was out back smoking. The tenant did kind of lean over the railing and chatted me a little bit. And I was like, oh shit. But that went well. It was fine. I was like, we're gonna be out of here in a week. So it would be fine. He was
nice.
Had a lot of people over. There was a lot of people coming and going from that apartment. I would say there's maybe 4 or 5 people that I saw constantly coming and going, and there was a lot of passive aggressive foot stomping and walking across the house and then walking back and shit like that. So it was very and the way the house was, if somebody was walking upstairs, it sounded like they were walking right outside the room. It freaked me the fuck out constantly. It freaked her out constantly as well.
Yeah, ghosts up in there.
Somebody was right there, even though they're in the floor above. So I just had to. I was on high alert a lot of the time, but thankfully I slept very well actually. So I got a lot of good rest. It sucks to be back because that was great. I got to be with my fiance, put a ring on her finally, and my great grandmother's ring at that. So she's gonna be 50
nice.
Wearing it. And it was a blast. I love being with her. We got along fantastically well. Got along well with my parents. We did a lot of great stuff together. Made a lot of good meals. Had a lot of great nights. It was fun stuff. But in some sense, it is good to be back to do this kind of stuff. I really enjoy doing this. So thank you guys for holding down the fort. I want to give a special shout out to Alec Baldwin's Finger and to Mo Zamboni for coming in, being some ringers for the past couple of weeks while I was gone. And I really appreciate you guys showing out for us. Thank you.
Yeah, some pretty good shows. Hey, Ebola and Isaac, you guys got special gifts. Type in the chat. You got some special gifts.
You made gifts?
Well, I mean, now they at least now Isaac can't fucking get banned from the channel now. There's no way.
What is the command? Is it just like stroke Ebola or stroke Isaac? What is the gift?
What's up, Norman? Hello, brother. How you doing?
What's going on, Norman, man?
So
it's fucking 5 a.m. where you are.
So
I mean, he is awake.
Yeah. So to my left, my other partner in crime. He is the man, the myth. I don't know if you call him a legend yet, but his
legend is ever growing.
MMA Crease.
What's going on, folks? How y'all doing? Once again, for all the people out there, it is Thursday night. Once again, y'all guys could have been anywhere, but you're here with us. And hey, once again, shout out to the GCA. With this, without this, we wouldn't be here. So shout out to y'all guys, and shout out to my friends from Kings of Pop Culture too. Love y'all. So, but let's get this thing started. We're gonna throw up this alley-oop. We had some breaking news in the political world tonight. Last week or whatever. So, we had 2 big people from the Democratic Party join the MAGA squad, the MAGA team. We had Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. Joining Donald Trump in to protect democracy. How y'all guys feel about that?
I'll let the political writer go first.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, I think the simplest one to get out of the way for me would be Tulsi Gabbard, because Tulsi Gabbard, I think it was earlier last year, she left the Democratic Party, and it was kind of a big deal. It was a big deal. Some people were downplaying it, but it actually was kind of a big deal that she left. And she's tired of the hypocrisy of the Democratic Party. And Trump, in a absolute masterstroke, him and his team, whoever made the decision, in an absolute masterstroke, got in contact with Tulsi Gabbard's team and asked if she would like to join forces. And I think it's happening tonight, actually, right now, in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Oh, talk about a state, or talk about a city. La Crosse is a crazy city, but I'm not going to get into that. As you might know, Tulsi Gabbard was the person in the initial Democratic debate for 2020 that absolutely
Destroyed.
Just,
Destroyed
my God.
her.
I would not have been more surprised if I woke up with my face stapled to the carpet. That is how just absolutely insane she was. Tulsi just smoked her ass. And in that moment, the Democratic Party was just like, yeah, we got to get rid of this person. There's no way we can have someone this headstrong. And so they fucking threw away.
Well, don't fucking forget. Right after that, the first fucking primary, because of Tulsi,
She quit.
bitch slapping fucking Kamala, she never fucking got one single vote.
She quit.
Zero.
She quit.
She had to step down.
She did quit.
She quit so fast, man.
Oh yeah. Kamala was done. She didn't get enough votes to make it to the next primary. And then the Democratic Party fought to keep Kamala out, as well as keeping Bernie Sanders again out. Mm-hmm. Although Bernie has kind of started to toe the party line, Tulsi was like, F this noise, I'm not doing that.
Well, so my opinion about it, RFK Jr., literally half of his family have disowned him and attacked him because he aligned with Trump.
And the other half has been killed by the United States government, allegedly.
So
in Fortnite.
So one of the rumors is that he wants to be head of the CIA. Let him. Say hell with it. The government took his father, his uncle, and his cousin away from him. Because if you guys don't think that JFK Jr.
I'm 50-50 on that or whatever.
I'm sorry.
He's the head of the CIA.
Dude, he literally took his plane and flew it right into the ocean. No.
Yeah.
No.
This is getting into some like deep United States like Cold War lore now.
Yeah.
That is a thing that happened.
So that's a whole nother video that me and Jake could do on my channel about the history of the Kennedys. We could do you know what, Jake? I think that would be a good topic on the live stream one night. Me and you just sit up there and just talk about the whole Kennedy situation.
Oh yeah. I want to hear what Chris has to say though. Chris about start cooking.
So my opinion, like when you have RFK, like one of the biggest Democrats, like I mean he's one of the big dogs.
Royalty.
He's one of the big
royalty. The Kennedy name. Dude, the White House was called Camelot. It wasn't called Camelot for fucking nothing.
American Camelot.
Yeah. Like when you have them like panicking or whatever, like now, like when they lost RFK, that's when they knew, oh dang, like now we got it. Now we really got to put it into overdrive. They are panicking right now in the Democratic Party, or I like to call it the Jackass Party, or whatever. They are having civil war with one another. They are they're doing people's elbows on people. I mean, dude, it's getting crazier and crazier because Don Lemonade actually did like a like what's it called? Like he was just doing like asking people questions. Yeah, on the street, asking questions, and he specifically asked women, "Okay, like who are you guys picking to be the president of the United States?" And almost every single woman says they want Donald Trump to be the president of the United States. And you want to know what's the most crazy part about this is? He went to a lot of black women that too during that.
Blacks and Spanish people.
There was only like one. Yeah, there was only one white lady that's went for Kamala or whatever. But for mostly like almost every single body that's in those battleground states right now, people want Trump to win, however, because like they're seeing what Tulsi Gabbard's doing, they're seeing what RFK is doing. It's one of the Tom Lemon. But and once again, to be honest with you, I don't think they necessarily all agree with one another with Trump, but they do agree on one thing. They got to protect the republic. They got to protect democracy because they're seeing where it's going, and they don't like where it's going. So, like, you know, it's once again, it's the equivalent of Magneto teaming up with the X-Men. It's the equivalent of the Lex Luthor teaming up with the Justice League. Listen, we may not agree on everything, but democracy is on the line. So we're rolling with Trump. Yeah,
exactly. And not in the way that the Democrats say that our democracy is on the line. Not in that dumb way. Like actual legitimate will of the people democracy is on the line in this republic. And that is how you can tell that you can have three people like Trump, like Gabbard, like Bobby Kennedy Jr., who have such disparate views on so many things, come together on effectively a single issue, which is defeating the Democrats, because it is so patently obvious to anyone who is even partially read into the political system of the United States and its history, but certainly over the past couple decades, that the Democratic Party is not the will of the people. They do not represent the people. They do not care about the people. And they are absolutely the biggest danger, not only to the will of the people in the United States, but whether you like it or not, United States hegemony on the world stage. You know, it's certainly my opinion. This might be a slightly deep cut. It is certainly my opinion that if the Democrats were to win in November, that the United States dollar would no longer be the reserve currency of the world.
Yeah. Because isn't there? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jake. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I think that's something that's at risk over the next few years or the next decade, and I think that risk is drastically reduced if Trump were to take power.
I was going to say this before I let you go, Phantom, or whatever. Like, literally, what's making me a little bit nervous about Kamala is like that. I think it's like almost income. Like before you get your income or whatever, you're getting taxed on that or whatever.
Right. Taxing on unrealized capital gains. Yes.
That's scary. Bullshit. That's scary. Like you should be scared if you're an American, because guess what? Despite the rich are gonna pay their fair share. No, they're not. You're gonna fit the bill. Anybody knows that. Like if you've been around America for a long time, listen. Does the rich do they get over? Yes, it is what it is. It's a fact that everybody knows or whatever. But they're not gonna. That bill is not for them. That bill is for you. Like you know that. Like you're gonna get taxed. And you can do the research for yourself. You're going to get taxed on potential income. So, like, let's just say you're working at a burger shop or whatever. Like, you're going to get taxed for, like, on your, like, $15 an hour job that you're barely making by and whatever. Like, that's what you finna put that bill. They're going to tax you on top of that. And it's crazy. It's ludicrous.
It is. Because effectively what it is, if this legislation were to be in place, and I'm going to highlight what Riron said, Marxists in action, it is. Because effectively what it is if this legislation were to pass, the taxing on unrealized capital gains, is effectively, it would be outlawing the ability to accrue wealth. It would be outlawing the ability for social mobility. It doesn't matter what job you would work. If you put away any amount of money into the stock market, for instance, even if it's a few $100s a year, you would be taxed on unrealized earnings from that, which means that at the end of the year, come tax season, whether the stock market crashes and you lose everything, or you gain some money from
you have to pay back.
You will be taxed on those potential earnings, which means if you're somebody who works, let's say you make $15 an hour flipping burgers at Burger King, and you put away like $1,000 a year, and you were to get like a 5% return, which is insane. It's a lot. It would be a lot percentage-wise, but let's say you were to get a 5% return. Even if the stock market were to crash the next month and you would lose everything, you would get taxed on unrealized gains. So you're going to be taxed on money that not only you have not earned yet, but you might never earn. It is absolutely outlawing the ability to accrue wealth and the ability to
You're working
be
for
socially
free.
mobile. Absolutely. You're going to be stuck at wherever you are, wherever you entered life. That is where you would remain, period. And that is what they want, because they want billionaires to die out effectively, and
Which is not going to happen. They're going to take. They're going to go overseas.
Oh, of course. And taxing on your home appraisal. So if you buy a house for $100,000, and the next year the house is worth $750,000, even if you don't plan to sell your house, you owe taxes on that $250,000. That is unbelievable.
That's thief.
It's unbelievable. It is absolutely theft. It is absolutely theft.
You know the reason why Trump's tax cuts actually benefited everybody? When you lower the taxes for like corporations and stuff, they can hire more people. Yep. They can pay people more.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when a Republican this is the thing that really angers me about the Democrats. Trump he reformed the taxes. He reformed the shit.
Right.
He lowered the
corporate tax rate from 28% to 21%.
Yeah.
And some people are like, well, it just makes billionaires richer. It's like, okay, well, stop being a first order thinker, fucking Philistine, and just use critical thinking, idiot, for a moment. Mm-hmm. If a corporation gets $1 billion tax cut, which turns into an extra $3 billion put into the economy every year, what does that mean? Oh, it means there's more money for literally everybody else. So stop being so selfish and only thinking about where your next meal is coming from, and just think critically. Think a year into the future, just for once in your life. Just think about it. Big number, good. Small number, bad. If we give a little bit of a number, and then people come back and then they give us bigger number because of that, that's good. That's as simple as I can make it. If you don't understand that, go back to kindergarten, I guess. Because
before we move on, because we're pushing 20 minutes, didn't mean to take that long with this one, but because we already did it the Democrats way or whatever. Like when Obama was in office, when he was in his second term, and Jake, I think you probably remember this. Like he passed that bill where, like, if you make over $400,000, you'll have to pay a higher tax thing or whatever. When during those last 4 years, all the billionaires like, peace, I'm out, and everything. They dipped. Oh yeah,
a lot of corporations moved to Ireland. A lot of billionaires moved their money and their permanent addresses to places like New Zealand, and a lot of people dipped. A lot of people. You know, whether you like it or not, we need those billionaires. You don't want to be the country that has no billionaires. Believe me. You want to be the country that has the wealthiest people.
You know who made more money? You like OPEC, Russia. I mean, all these other countries. When we were energy independent, we were exporting oil, natural gas, coal, whatever. We were making a shit ton of fucking money off of this.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Biden comes in, we're not half a year, and we're begging for oil.
It's all cut.
Other places.
Yeah, within 6 months, gas goes up twice as much. Eggs have gone from like, let's say, roughly $2.
The horrendous pullout in Iraq. Yeah. So
look at this. Look
withdrawal from Afghanistan. But,
yeah.
Look at grocery bills because this is my last point and we'll move on. Grocery bills, you could take when Trump was president, you could take $100 and get enough food to last a month. On the same amount of groceries, it's nearly $400 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
It's crazy.
So I'm gonna say this: you Democrat motherfuckers, you put in a feeble old man who has not run this country. It was Pelosi, it was Schumer, it was the Obamas, whoever the fuck it was. It wasn't Joe. And now you motherfuckers should be pissed off because they just stole his reelection from him like they did Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Everybody who's out here, yeah, and everybody who's out here supporting Kamala Harris, just remember,
you're crazy.
You're crazy. B, you're supporting somebody who not a single citizen of the United States chose. Not a single person voted for her.
They didn't choose.
No, she was selected. She was ordained.
Yeah. And definitely, we're about to start right after this. We're literally about to start after this. Like, listen, guys, they showed you how they feel about you. They literally showed you how they felt about you. If you're a Democrat and you're still part of that jackass party, they showed you how they did it. They said, like, no, we don't care what you feel. We're going to show you how we feel. Kamala is in charge. Joe Biden ain't. And that should be a problem. The same thing that you guys kept on saying that Trump people would do or whatever, you guys ended up doing it. So that's calling the kettle black. Let's move on to the next one. I'm sorry, guys. Like,
one more point. It's projection. It's projection.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's exactly a Marxist thing to do. It is called oh gosh, what's the name of it? It is called oh gosh, why can't I think of the name of it? It's called repressive tolerance. Accuse your enemy that of which you do. It doesn't matter what they do, demonize what they do, and no matter what you do, accuse your enemy of doing it. It's good when you do it. It's bad when they do it, no matter what.
Yeah.
And see.
Okay, so some more internet news. Our boy Jay, Drunk 3PO, he got his channel back. He got
boy, did he.
Oh,
and
man.
ABF, we'd had the ATF for about 24 hours, and then it would just be dust in the wind.
It'd be dust in the wind. Like, we don't support those type of organizations. Anyway,
it comes to that, nuke it from orbit.
Yeah.
A lot of those three letter organizations in the government should be nuked from orbit. Fuck this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck this motherfucker right here.
I know. Well,
Grayson
talking about it. Let him talk.
No, I was gonna say the same thing. Our boy Drone 3PO, like he got his channel taken away from him. I'm assuming because like he was covering Disney.
He was demonetized. So.
Demonetized or whatever.
Demonetized. We found that a significant portion of your channel is not in line with our YouTube partner program policies. As of today, your channel is not eligible to monetize, and you will not have access to monetization tools and features. And this was a few days ago. And our old friend, Grayson at Minute Nerd News,
Mr. Botman himself,
was super stoked about. Oh yeah. Just go back and watch the episode from a couple weeks ago to see where we went over the bots.
Oh, I had to reply to this nerd. I replied to this nerd. I directly tweeted to Elon.
Oh, you tweeted? Oh man! But I must say, the best reply to this guy is this. Hey, look at that! Hey, John Fibro, we're happy to share that your YouTube partner program was successful, and your channel can now monetize again.
So
he's back, baby.
My thing is this: Jay doesn't even talk anything controversial. He doesn't do anything. He's Jay. Like he doesn't do anything controversial. Like he's so cool.
So me being the asshole that I am, I tweeted to Elon. I'm like, Elon, this dude uses bots for engagement and likes
Here's a
and
clip
views.
from our podcast proving it.
And
Yeah.
it's like this dude went after Jeremy. He went, he's doing the rounds. He's doing the rounds. He's going after Drinker. He's going after this person. He's going after that person. So
Anybody in
forth
the
and so
fellowship
on.
who has even a modicum of sway.
Yeah.
He's
Anyway.
clout chasing. He's clout chasing.
He's clout chasing.
Mhm.
He's being like that ex dude that was with Robin in the Hood thing, just like asking for, come on,
Director X.
please. He's like, yeah, like come on guys, I want you guys to debate me. Come on, debate me. I want to debate every last one of you. Nah, you want it too badly. I'm good. Like, how's this gonna benefit me? Like,
Dude, I wish we had the podcast back then. I have him on and make him look like a chump.
it's like
That would've been
it's
fun.
like
That'd been fun.
it's like I hate the debate me, bro. Debate me, bro. See, you want the debate so badly, I'm not gonna give it to you. You can say that I'm scared. You can say whatever. Like, it's not happening. Like, it only benefits you. It doesn't benefit me.
Of course. And Chris, you know why? It's because they are not coming on in good faith. They want any size platform, any size megaphone to just shout and say whatever their opinions are. And then the moment the going gets tough, they bounce and they claim victory.
Because they don't have no friends. They're losers. I hate to say it. This guy's a loser. He has no friends. He probably whacks off to the corn or whatever all day or whatever. Like,
corn the long way in his mouth and in his butt. Same time.
Yeah. I'm like, these people. I feel sad for people like this or whatever, but I also don't at the same time, because you can dictate if you want friendships or not or whatever. You just have to just go out there and just say, hi, my name is, or whatever, and go from there or whatever. So yeah, like like people like X and Grayson and other YouTubers. I don't want to say anybody's name because I don't need us to
Chumps. Chumps. We're going to start calling them chumps and retards. That's going to be our little shtick for them. Chumps and retards.
Yeah. These weirdos out here, as Ripper would say, like these Rippers, what Ripper be talking about, these weirdos or whatever with the profiles or whatever. But they're really mentally messed up or whatever, and all they can do is just talk crap on the internet. And I highly recommend you go touch grass.
I want to give a big shout out to Jay Drunk 3PO. He's about to launch his new book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the animation, it
looks nice.
O&M showed it last night, and it looks really fucking cool. You guys support Jay, man. Jay is probably one of the nicest YouTubers out there.
Yeah.
He is.
He is a cool dude. He is a cool dude.
I met Jay about 2 to 3 times or whatever, and he's like always great experience. Like he'd be saying like, "Hey, what's going on, dude? How you doing, man?"
Now,
yes.
Real quick, I want to ask both of you of your opinions. Do you guys think, and this can be answered with a simple yes or no, do you guys think that the reason Jay's channel was demonetized when it was because of a confluence of events? Number one, he's about to hit 100,000 subscribers, if he has not yet already. I haven't checked. But two, he has been assisting Gina Carano with a lot of stuff, and Gina Carano is persona non grata.
Yeah, it's a hit.
You guys think that? You guys think
it's a hit
that,
piece?
Okay, that's what I was asking, because I was thinking that there's definitely some people at YouTube who would see that and would just want to go click and.
Well, I mean,
for a few days.
The biggest thing Jay has talked about in maybe the recent couple years was the Star Cruiser, right?
Yes.
And probably one of the probably some of the best videos he's done next to Trip and Poo, but maybe it was because of we did Poo.
And he did it without cussing too. Like he didn't like try to he was just giving his honest opinion. Like, yo, like me personally, I wouldn't spend all this money on this. Like it's a ripoff to the Star Wars fans. Like, I love Star Wars, but this is not it or whatever. He didn't do it like Jeremy or Gary or whatever. Like, because I can understand why like Disney doesn't like them guys. Shout out to you, Jeremy. Shout out to you, Gary. We would love you to become on the show. Y'all guys are amazing. But yeah,
and we love you guys, like Disney hates you.
Yeah. So
Jay, it's like, so when I heard about this and I was like, what was Jay talking about?
I agree.
He was talking about the Acolyte. He was talking about Gina. He was talking about, things. I've never once ever heard Jay go and attack anybody personally. I've never heard him cuss.
No.
I've never seen him be mean to people. And people have talked shit about Jay. They've been 100% mean towards him. But Jay's laughed it off. He laughed
it off.
Right.
Yeah, he laughed it off too.
Guy. And them doing this, just remember this, people. If they did to Jay, whenever any of these channels get monetized, they'll do it to you too.
Of course.
Just because you're outspoken, you have a voice, and you're literally showing the truth. You're proving what they're saying is false. They will come after you.
Yeah. The media, the media hates us. They hate YouTubers. They despise us. Like people in the news, people in Hollywood, the critics, they hate all of us. Like they hate these type of podcasts. Like they say like, well, what makes their opinion so special? They need to get the facts from me. Like, so it's only good for you, but it ain't good for us. Nah, man, you can't. It's because you can't control it. That's what it is. You can't control none of what we got to say or whatever. It's not like the 90s or the mid 2000s. So like that's what it is. Like, thank God for the internet or whatever, because now we get to say whatever we need to say or whatever. So
100%.
Excuse me.
I just think with this shit that's going down now, Jeremy got hit a year ago around 4th of July.
Yes.
Jay gets hit this year almost around the same time. And you have people come out of the woodwork be like, hey, they got demonetized. Take it all away. Yeah. Sit down and shut the fuck up.
And then they get our stuff. Because once again, Hollywood knows who Gary is. They know who Jeremy is. They know who Ryan, Ripa, Drinker, everybody. Like everybody. They know everybody in the fellowship or whatever. Like, and they're paying attention. Like right now, there could probably be a bot. I mean, there could probably be somebody undercover in the stream as we speak that is working for the ops or whatever. So that's what I'm saying.
The least they could do if there is a bot, if there is some oppositional research in the stream, is to like the stream nerd. That's the least you can do.
Yeah.
We're here every week.
That's right. We're here every week.
Yeah.
We're gonna clown your asses every damn week.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Screw the media. Hollywood needs to burn in Fortnite or whatever. So
right. And ABF, if you think Isaac is a Fed and undercover, you have the power, sir, to remove him. Don't remove him.
Didn't I hear? I kept on hearing that Isaac was supposed to be in charge of the ATF allegedly. That's what I heard.
He's in the rare meats division.
Oh, okay, the rare meats division. Gotcha. The rare meats division or whatever.
He's the one knocking down all the delis in New York, checking on all the halal and kosher.
Make sure that everything is well done or whatever.
Oh,
at least that's what I heard.
Cover brow. What the fuck, Ebo? What the fuck?
Cover blown. Got him.
What the
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him, folks.
We need to get that clip. We need to get that clip and put on here.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're all happy Jay guy's monetization back.
Yeah. He deserves it.
And if anybody, if you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed to Jay, I'll put his ABF or somebody will link his channel in here. Go subscribe to Jay. He's almost at 100K, and he deserves it. He deserves it.
I forgot to say this, and then we'll move on to trailer trash. Like, also, Rippaverse just dropped the Horseman trailer, and also Yellow Flash got his new comic book with Rippa. So, like, you guys go check that out too, or whatever, for anybody that hasn't known. Next week, okay, got you.
Yeah, because that shit just dropped. It just dropped, and we just time constraints. Thank you, ABF.
Yeah.
Sub to the homie.
Thank you, ABF. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. I hear the chickens and the cows mooing and clucking and all that good stuff.
Now we're going to Jake's farm.
The fuck was that? What was that? What was that drive by there? Damn, dude.
Damn.
Well,
those damn chickens, man.
Hey, this is what happens. This is what happens when you take 2 weeks off, motherfucker. I'm gonna clown your ass.
Before we even launched the show, I said I was going to take these 2 weeks.
I know. I'm fucking with you. I'm just glad you're back. But yeah, everybody. I fired Jake and had to rehire him because I ain't got nobody else but Crease.
He's got no other friends. Yeah. And Crease has his own.
So our first trailer, we have to put this on mute, but I really wanted to do this trailer. Our boy Christopher Reed has a documentary coming out, and we definitely, as you know, fans of like Superman or just a fan of Christopher Reed's story, we have to watch this. And of course, we can't play the music because John Williams is gonna make us. John Williams. Yeah, John Williams, man. Go ahead, Phil.
I have to say this. I love the Christopher Reed Superman movies.
Oh yeah,
good or bad. The last two were terrible. Still loved them. He's my Superman. Like Keaton's my Batman. You know, and the Carter is my Wonder Woman. The Holy Trinity of DC. I still, Gary said this on the Nooner, or it was Real BBC the other day when they watched this. I still remember where I was when I got the news that he got hurt. I was at work.
Oh, you mean when he got diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease?
No, it's when he broke his neck.
He fell off the horse.
Right. Okay, yep.
And so I'm gonna let everybody know in this trailer you do see the accident. Mm-hmm. You do see the accident, and so I watched this trailer and I cried. I might tear up because Christopher Reeve was a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
What's the movie? Was it what, Place in Time?
Yeah. What
about A Moment in Time or whatever it was? It's a great movie.
I got you on this one, Phantom, right here.
And his last performance was on Smallville.
Yes. That was like Semitic right there, man.
That he was telling the young Clark his history, and it was so meaningful, right? You had Superman, even though he
Superman talking to the Superman. Yeah.
So
you'll see.
Yeah.
Let's give this a roll, and
roll.
You guys share your thoughts as we're playing. Matthew Reeves,
and they already said like they weren't gonna.
One person that Christopher Reed actually endorsed to be Superman, and that's Brandon Routh.
Yeah,
he endorsed him to be Superman because of his look. He endorsed him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even take the side that Kevin Spacey's a piece of trash. That's not a bad movie. Mm-hmm. It's not a bad movie.
It's okay. I don't think it was that bad.
Pretty okay.
I
they
like
nailed
the concept.
Superman.
Yep.
They
I
nailed
mean,
Superman this
even
year.
though Bryan Singer was in charge of it or whatever, like I feel like he's better in X-Men than Superman. Like it's a okay watch. It's not
I
the
would
worst thing
watch
I've
it.
seen or whatever.
I watch it
It's not the
maybe
worst
2 or
thing.
3 times a year. You know,
Mm.
I usually watch it.
It's-
Yeah.
It's a great
Especially
movie.
because it was kind of in that time in the late 90s and early 2000s where we had Blade, which people liked, but a lot of people didn't know it was a comic movie. We had the Brett the Rat Ratner doing some other stuff. We also had Bryan Singer do X-Men in 2000, and Christopher Nolan
Tobey
didn't do Batman
movies.
Begins yet. The Tobey Maguire movies with Sam Raimi. Batman Begins didn't come out yet until later in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And so that time in the 2000s was very iffy for superhero movies. So to have a Superman movie that was even partially passable was kind of an achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
that's
I agree
true.
with Norman. The special effects haven't aged well.
No,
But-
they
Yeah.
haven't. But you know what has aged well? The flying in the first movie, because Chris Reeves stuck around for like 7 extra months to be there every day to do the wire
Yeah.
flying. The flying looks magnificent. It looks
And-
beautiful.
Yeah.
Also, people gotta remember that end scene where Superman's flying out in space.
Oh.
The smile was ad lib, and they kept it.
Correct. And thank you, Isaac. Thank you for correcting me. They were like that. I thought
Mhm.
Batman
Yeah.
Begins for some reason was 2007, but
Well,
that's-
okay, Batman Begins was a good movie then, like so
right.
you know.
That was kind of what initiated
Renaissance.
the-
it was
the
bringing back
Yeah.
superheroes.
superhero movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
People in Hollywood were like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, this is actually good," because
like the
90s
last
Batman
superhero
movies-
movie was the Batman and Robin movie was the last Batman movie like that we had. Like
Yeah,
even though I like Batman, even though I like Batman and Robin, it was bad. Okay, it was horrible, whatever. But you know,
Batman. It
Yeah.
it killed Batman.
Batman.
right?
Yeah, we
You know the way I seen this with them bringing Batman and the new Superman. This could have been the beginning of a shared universe with those
Yeah.
2 movies. And James gonna it's like me and Chris and Jay, we've talked about this 1,000 times. We'll say it over again.
Mhm.
You got to do Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman right
Correct.
to have a
Yeah.
DC universe. You
Right.
got to do them right.
And you need to do
Yeah.
them first. You need to
Mhm.
do them first. You cannot just
Yeah.
you can't do what was done.
You can't do
when the
Superman.
earlier Justice League came out. You
You
have
can't
to.
yeah.
You can't do Man of Steel and Justice League in 3 fucking
Yeah.
movies.
No,
Yeah.
you can't do it. You can't do it.
Okay, so we got to do the next.
For one more point. It took what?
Yeah.
How many years? How many years did it take for us to get from Iron Man to the Avengers? How many fucking years?
About 10 years.
Well, Iron
about
Man was
10.
what 2008.
11.
2008.
Yeah. About 11 years.
No, 2008. And
Yeah, Iron Man was 2008. The first Avengers was 2012, right? But the thing is, they released 8
2
movies.
movie years. Yep.
Yeah, they released 8 movies in the time. They didn't release 2 or
It's about
3 and
26
then jump to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Okay,
They
we can
could've done that.
do the.
They could have done that.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let. So what's the next trailer? Is it Terminator or Sonic?
But it-
Terminator. We're saying Sonic for last. The
fucking ball.
Terminator.
Yeah, I had something to say before the Sonic trailer.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, the last episode I was on before I went on vacation, the release trailer for this Netflix show,
Mhm.
Terminator Zero, came out, and it looked good. It looked genuinely good. And then just a few days ago, leading up to this
Red
podcast, it's not really a red band because it doesn't have a rating like that, but they did release a Not Safe for Work trailer, and it is animated. It's anime style, so there's not people getting
It's
jibbed
made by
up
the
or
people from
anything.
Ghost in the Shell.
Mhm. But it looks
Pretty
really good.
good.
And this one
good.
we can listen to, so we can play through this one. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Let's go.
Yeah.
God,
It looks just like Ghost in the Shell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this looks good.
is.
In a sea of uncertainty,
Good to know, no spoilers.
only one thing is clear. Things will get worse
Did it already come out?
before they get
Yeah, I
better.
think it has.
Oh yeah, it came out today,
I
right?
need to stop Judgment Day.
Yeah, it came out today. Ooh, I think I know what I'm gonna watch like right after.
The end of the world comes
So
tomorrow.
could she be Sarah Connor?
You can stay
or
in Dire,
do
you
think
can
it's
come with
somebody
me.
else?
Well, I don't want any spoilers in the chat, guys, but I don't know if we know the name. I'm sure you can look them up on that, but I don't think we know who the names are. But it might be but
We
she's
definitely
really like a Sarah Connor-esque character.
Yeah,
God, this looks good. This looks fucking
it was
good.
good.
Got the trench coat on like Tom Reed.
Dang.
Zara Dawson, Timothy Oliphant. Shout out Timothy Oliphant, and it's out today, baby. It's out
To
today.
me,
It's out today.
ABF,
this is,
either way, probably English dub be the way I
by the
want
way,
to go.
apparently the English dub is
This was made for American
not.
audiences. I highly recommend the English one because Terminator is not really a
right,
Japanese property or whatever.
right. Yeah, they don't do that. And I know that when we were, just give you guys a little sneak peek, when we were launching the show and we were talking about things that we wanted to review in the future, Tomb Raider got delayed. That was something we wanted to look at. But this is something that popped up that we are genuinely interested in watching, whether together or separately,
Yeah.
and come back to review once the series has concluded, because this looks genuinely good. And
Yeah.
as much as I am a fan of a lot of channels in the Fellowship, because of the media landscape, so much bad stuff comes out. And it does suck to constantly see new videos
Talk
being
about
made about how there's just bad media and bad media and bad media. When we see media that might be good, we give it a shot and it is good, we should talk about it. Because
Yeah.
we want to show what the good is. We want to let the cream rise to the top.
Just don't
We
hate
definitely
something
gonna be talking about the
to hate it
penguin.
because- Yeah, just don't hate something because other people in the sphere want to shit on it, regardless if it's good or bad.
Right.
Go
Yeah.
watch it. It's like we tell you guys this all the time. We give you our opinions. If we like it, we like it. We'll let you know. We'll let you know if it's good, bad, or ugly. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's our job. But we also say, go watch it for yourselves.
Yes.
Make your own opinion.
And that goes
Yeah.
for everything.
Everything.
Anything that we might
Yeah.
say or anything in life. Listen to the people that you like. Listen to their opinions.
I'll be
Take their
right back.
opinions into account. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But wrong one. Get out of here, nerd. What are you doing?
You did it again.
Just go away. Just we'll deal with it. I'll bring you back when you get back. Thank you.
Oh man.
Just
Boomer.
like, and my camera died, of course. Just like with anything in life, look at it yourself. You can value other people's
Yeah.
opinions. You can take what they say into account, but just take a look at it for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy talks about it all the time. He likes X-Men Origins. A lot of people don't like X-Men Origins. I don't like X-Men Origins. It's pretty horrible. But I mean, for instance, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of Batman, The Dark Knight Returns or whatever. I actually think that
Batman
movie is
Rises?
pretty ass or whatever. It's a good Nolan film, but I don't think it's a good Batman film, in my honest opinion, because like I see character assassination all the time in that
Fair
movie.
enough.
But
Fair enough.
I digress. Let's go ahead and get that third.
Before we watch it, there's gonna be. I'm gonna let everybody know there might be a headset or speaker warning, because every time I watch this, I literally lose my shit because we got fucking Shadow.
Here it comes.
We got fucking Shadow.
Just real quick, Wayfarer. I'm not married yet. I've been engaged for a while, and I just finally put a ring on my fiance. I'm not married yet, and I didn't boomer that. I was trying to fix it. Fan was the one that boomered it. So how dare you? Also, hello, Nagranol.
What up, Nagranol?
Some Nagranol.
All right,
But-
moving on to the next one. So you had something you wanted to say, Phantom, before we played this.
This, I have to say, we have John Wick as as Shadow. Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, yes.
He is the perfect person to play Shadow, because if you're an old school Sonic player and played the Shadow game, he uses guns. He drives a motorcycle. He's a literal badass. Who else could have played fucking Shadow?
I
but
mean,
Keanu.
Shadow is very cringy. He's like super edgelordy, especially like the Shadow the Hedgehog game that came out on GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, now that John Wick has come out, like it's got to be Keanu Reeves. It's got to be. So, anyways, let's roll this beautiful bean footage, and we don't have to mute this one. I listened to it beforehand, and I checked. We'll be fine. So let's check it out. Man, as two different people, both played by Jim Carrey. Okay, I'm here for it.
Okay. Headphone warning.
Oh, here we go.
Yes! Finally, oh my God! Finally, good fucking movie. A good fucking movie. I'm gonna tell you something.
Finally, some good food.
I will tell you something. I'm gonna say this is gonna be close to $1 billion.
Wow.
It's gonna make money. It's gonna make money. It's gonna make bank.
Oh,
Keanu Reeves.
It's gonna make money, but a billion is. Ooh. Okay.
It'll make how. Can somebody look up the budget for this? Because Sonic movies have made money. They've made fucking money.
The budget for this, not including marketing, which if we're going to do marketing, usually you add like you multiply it by like 75% or 100%. So usually add 3/4 or double the budget for marketing. But I think the whole movie in and of itself, without marketing, is like between 150 and 175, which means to turn a profit needs to make like near about 500 million.
400, 500.
Yeah, and that should be possible. I mean, $1 billion is a long way out. I don't think the first one or the second one got that close, but I mean, maybe Keanu is enough of a pull. Maybe people were impressed enough by the first two that it's going to keep going. It's just going to gain more things. It's going to be even better.
I never really watched the Sonic movies or whatever, but it seems like their fans are pretty passionate about their stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy it, man. Like, I think that's good that you guys enjoy wherever.
Well, I know it's not gonna make $1 billion, but dude, you gotta think when we have good movies, Deadpool, Wolverine, when you have certain other movies. $1 billion. We just had Deadpool, Wolverine. People say, "Oh, it wasn't going to make $1 billion." I called this what? Earlier this year,
months ago.
Yeah, I said, $1 billion film. $1 billion. Jeremy said it wasn't going to be $1 billion. Other people said it wasn't going to be $1 billion. Guess what? Over $1 billion film.
Yeah, and Wayfair makes a good point. It has the potential to be the most reviewed because normies and kids will be pulled to see it, much like they were for the first one and the second one.
Yeah.
The same. Probably not as successful as like the Mario Brothers movie, but the same thing happened with the Mario Brothers movie. A lot of normies and a lot of kids went to see it.
$1 billion movie too.
And it definitely made $1 billion.
And Disney, this should piss you off because this could have been your audience and you alienated them.
Yes.
Oh well, who cares?
I have to say, I have both Sonic movies, and them adding Idris Elba as Knuckles.
It's Knuckles.
Perfect. And Chris, you remember when we found out earlier this year that Keanu was going to be Shadow? Everybody went off. Well, why should he be Shadow? Why? And looking at this trailer and hearing him,
that's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
You literally have a hedgehog John Wick.
And I'm just gonna say this for all the people that are complaining about this. I think the people that have made Sonic actually been fair to their fans or whatever. They treated you
listen to
guys
the
right.
fans.
They listen to
the
you
fans.
and everything. My thing is this: don't ruin it. You know what I'm saying? Like, love is a two-way street. Like, you can't always be complaining that these studios don't listen to you. But when they finally listen to you, you can't get mad about that. So, like,
Mhm.
show up, pay your money or whatever if you believe that is worth it or whatever. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. Like, I never been like into Sonic movies like that. Like, even the Sonic games. So I'm a complete normie or whatever. So, it's
You'll
never
like
been my
it.
thing.
You'll like
Yeah. So,
the biggest issues people had was the human element in the second movie. There was too many humans,
Mhm.
which, yeah, in the Sonic game, it's just Sonic, whatever.
Right.
This one, I don't know how much the human element's going to be in there. I mean, really, if you think about it, really the only human that's in the Sonic games is Robotnik,
Right.
pretty much.
And that seems like
Now,
a big part of this movie.
you know what I'm
dual
hoping?
roles as Robotnik and Eggman, two different people for the first time, I think.
You know
in the
who?
same
You know
place.
what You know what I hope they're working up to? Sonic Heroes.
Oh my
Sonic
goodness!
Heroes movie.
So
Probably one of the best Sonic games. Has one of the greatest intros of all time, in my opinion.
And it does have a great soundtrack, the Crush 40 soundtrack, Sonic Hero. Yeah, that's
What
awesome.
goes up must come down. Yet my feet don't touch. Oh, I love that. Oh, God, it gives me chills thinking of that game. Sonic, you guys got to remember when the first Sonic movie came out.
We're not old enough to remember Phantom. Remember for us.
No, the trailer for the first movie.
Oh, okay.
And Sonic looked terrible.
terrible.
Oh,
CGI
yeah. Oh,
off. And guess what happened? The fans
They switched it.
backlash,
Mhm.
and they went and they made him look right. And that Sonic 1 movie, if they hadn't listened to the fans, well, look what happens when you actually listen to your fucking fans.
Yep. It only took.
Yeah.
I think they only delayed the movie by about 2.5 or 3 months. I think they said
Yeah.
they spent maybe another $20 million, but the
And
movie
they made-
earned plenty of profit.
It made
so
his
it was
money back.
absolutely worth it. Yes, indeed. Chris.
Yeah.
It was absolutely worth it.
And they
Definitely
didn't attack their fans either. They didn't say like, oh, it's just a game. Oh, it's just a no. They generally said like, okay, we want to make a good impression for our first time because you only get one good impression. You only get it
Yes.
once. You only get it once, or whatever. So
And also, it made people wanted to go back and play the Sonic games.
Yes. Yes, it
So
did.
that's what
And
you
so-
want. When you tie in a video game movie, you want to where it gives nostalgia to people and get people to want to go play the games. When the Mario Brothers movie came out, Mario games went off the
Mario
shelf.
went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Sonic was the same thing.
Yeah.
And how long before we talk about Rotten Tomatoes? Because this is a good segue into that.
That's
shit.
gonna be in the last. So like we'll go on to the next thing. So we could go ahead and close out trailer trash, my friend.
Let's do it. Yeah, play that music. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I ain't worried about it. Let's go into the next subject.
Okay. So
I thought you were
Jake,
going to try and insult me, Phantom.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
so
Go
Jake,
ahead.
I sent you that link to that this one Instagram dude that was talking
You
about
did.
the cable stuff.
You
Yeah,
did.
like can you just pull that up for me?
Sure can.
Because like it kind of ties into the streaming wars type of thing or whatever. And
Mhm.
like he really explains it, and we could like talk about it for a couple minutes,
Yep.
maybe like 5 or 10 tops
this guy-
or whatever.
This guy really is eloquent and puts it into a nice consumable chunk, talking about basically the collapse of cable as it has been for decades. And like Chris said, we can get into talking about the streaming wars from it. So let's just play this all the way through. It's only about a minute, and
Yeah.
see what y'all think.
Has been on the wall. We saw this day coming. The apocalyptic collapse of cable television, a once lucrative business model that's been completely decimated by streaming. Cable has been on life support for about 15 years, but yesterday marked the official time of death. Warner Brothers Discovery wrote off a $9 billion loss for its cable channels. No less than 24 hours later, Paramount wrote off a $6 billion loss for its networks. Many of those Viacom staples like MTV, Nickelodeon, CMT, TV Land, they ruled cable back in the day. And many of these studios thought there was going to be a floor for cable television. That boomers and older demographics weren't going to cut the cord, but cord cutting is still rampant. And many of these channels don't even have programming to put on their networks anymore, only accelerating the rate of customer loss. So now these traditional studios are stuck between a rock and a hard place. They're trying to invest in new media while simultaneously being anchored and hemorrhaging financially from their older models. Paramount also announced that it is laying off 2,000 workers, but this was expected due to its merger with Skydance. But 2024 has proved to be the summer of layoffs all around, and the bleeding is not stopping. What do you think that studio should do at this point? Should they just turn off cable TV altogether? The writing has been...
So what do you guys think?
Personally,
I feel they should turn cable off altogether, but I know it's more complicated than that.
Well, see, the problem is a lot of people they don't care about the streaming. They don't stream. You know, like myself, like Crease, like you, Jake, like a few other people that we know. I usually will watch YouTube. I have Tubi. I have all these. I have Pluto TV. I have all these things I watch everything on. It's more convenient. Well, you know, I remember back when cable came out. Late 70s, early 80s.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I am an old motherfucker. And I remember back in the day, it was free. Cable was free when it first came out till they regulated and they started, making money off of it.
But when they did start making money out of it, the whole appeal was you were paying extra for it, so there were no
channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I told.
Sounds familiar. Before. It sounds really familiar. Like
time is a flat circle. It's all cyclical. But I think I told this story before. So real quick summary. One day there was at my old house. There was a guy. It was in the summer. A guy was working on the power lines outside my house, and he came up to my mom, who was sitting outside, and asked to bum a cigarette off her. My mom goes inside, gets a whole pack of cigarettes, and hands it to the guy. We wake up the next day, and we have HBO for the next 8 months. He just hooked us up with HBO, and we had HBO for 8 months. Like that. And the thing is, when you switch to HBO, it was the home box office. It was just showing movies, and I don't think they had that
Sopranos.
much. A little bit late at night at that time. Sopranos might have been out, but there were no advertisements because you were paying for it. You're paying for something. They don't need to advertise on it. They're getting money that way. But when it became ubiquitous, when everybody has cable, except now when people are cord cutting, but my point remains, they're like, well, now everybody has it. We're in every household in America. Let's start running ads on it and making even more money. And that's something that's streaming.
Until the streaming came.
Sorry, off topic for a second. I just seen this meme from our boy Isaac.
Let's see it. Oh my gosh. Is that Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah. It's Jay versus Winnie the Pooh.
Jay is the Patriot.
Oh man.
I got to know this. This is meme of the week. Isaac just won meme of the week. We haven't done that in a while, so
Isaac wins.
Yeah.
Isaac, you win, sir.
I'm gonna say this. Why I just don't think cable is gonna technically go away. Like it's dying, but it's like physical media. There's always a market for everybody or whatever.
Yes.
But the real reason why, and I have friends that like work in the cable industry or whatever. The real reason why a lot of people are not gonna get rid of cable is it's sports. It really is. Yes. Sports keeps cable alive or whatever. If you don't got no sports, then you don't got cable. So that's why people are paying like $100s. I mean $60 to $100 just for like sports channels.
Yeah, just a sports package.
And they want the sports package.
YouTube's sports package is quite popular also. And that's like $80.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean like that's why that's the only reason why I wanted to show you that is because it just shows you that, cable is dying. Like the streaming wars is dying or whatever. Like there's a lot more Jack Sparrowing or whatever, and a lot more people going back to physical media or whatever. Because at the end of the day, these companies, they don't want you to have control over anything. That's really basically what I wanted to say is like, yeah, cable is too expensive now, and streaming is too expensive now. You're basically paying for cable without the cord, so it's crazy, man. So, I mean, that's how I feel about the.
Well, also you gotta look at it this way. Like certain companies now have it where they have the internet and satellite or cable together now as a combo.
Yeah, that's something that Comcast, which is an ISP in my area, is very big on. It's combining internet with cable and making the price, although it's still outrageous, making the price more acceptable if you get both, because you get somebody doing a cost-benefit analysis. They're like, well, yeah, it is more money and I don't really use it, but in the long run, maybe it would be cheaper, so I might as well just get the package, just get both. And that's how, in my opinion, how cable is still really holding on, especially with people who otherwise would cut the cord and just go straight to services.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was it, man. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. The next subject we could talk about is Miss Amanda Steinberg. Mrs. Acolyte herself, or whatever.
Yeah, Amandla, which that L always throws me off. That it's Amandla Steinberg. Oh gosh,
yeah.
She got fired, but she talks for so long. So I guess we could play some of this, but Krishnova makes a great point. The show got canceled because it sucked. That's why it got canceled. It was bad. It was bad. We all know it was bad.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it was bad. That's why. Sorry you got fired, but that's typically what happens to actors when a show gets canceled. They all get fired.
That's Hollywood, baby.
Dude, did you see the petition? They're getting all these fucking weirdos with pronouns in their bios or sign this petition to bring it back. It's not coming back. It lost money.
That sounds familiar, like a person that we know signing petitions. I'm not going to say his name.
I'm telling you,
giving money to strange women on X,
But man, like, I don't care who anybody thinks they are. I don't care how many people you get to sign a petition. That's not going to talk.
Once they made up their mind, the studio. They can't. It's a tax write-off. They can't show it anymore. Like, that's basically what it is. They wrote this thing off. Like, that's like Bob Iger and them are not gonna like risk their company for for the 17 people that watch the show.
Oh, of course.
It's like this. It's like, sorry, Jake. The rumors are they've taken the merchandise off the shelves, not only in stores but at the parks.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing they'll do, they'll willow it. They'll probably will remove it. So they'll do a willow slide on it.
And I've always been saying this, like the actress, she's really, really beautiful, but her soul is evil. Like, she's a horrible person, man. Like, all she does is just criticizes people, criticizes the fans, and then has the nerve to say that it was the alt-right that got the show canceled. Now, hold on before you guys go. Riddle me this, Batman. I want to know, is there more toxic fans than the actual fans, or is there more like fans? I mean, there's more of the SJW fans than toxic fans. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Are we the toxic fans or are we the actual fans? Like,
okay. Well, let me break it down. We're toxic because we actually give a damn about Star Wars. We're toxic because we call out the bullshit. We're toxic when we watch something and we say it's good, bad, ugly,
and we pay for it too.
Oh, yeah. There was only one good episode. That was episode 5 where everybody died. The only good episode. You know why? Because there was hardly any dialogue.
Okay, fair enough.
There were
Basically
lightsabers.
just
There were
fighting and
people
dying.
X-23 got shanked by a lightsaber in 3 spots.
Just call her
She ain't
X-23.
coming back from that shit.
X-23. Okay.
I mean,
That's
she
her
was
from
paid, but
Logan. That was
she.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was her. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was her. She
And-
did good though. Like
Yeah.
to be fair, like she actually did good with her lightsaber stuff, whatever. But for the most part, this show sucks. Sorry,
And-
this is Hollywood, baby. Things happen.
And guess what? We're not going to hear the story of Dark Plagueis the Wise.
No.
Yeah, this sucks.
And I think it kind of tastes all the sweeter because, as you guys know, there was like kind of a 2-week period where they announced that season 2 was coming, and then again, roughly 2 weeks after, they're like, actually, no, it's not happening. And I'm very glad because there were
We were right.
leaks. There were potential leaks where people were like, Yoda's going to be in this season and Dark Plagueis is going to be in this season. And I'm like, oh no, please God, don't let this happen. And then
I'm going to be the first person to say this. We were right. That's right.
Yes.
The Fellowship wins again. Like I'm going to be that. I'm going to be self-entitled. We won again. But we're glad that this thing got canceled because you know what? You deserve it. Like for being buttholes to everybody.
That last episode, we were in the GCA. Shout out GCA. We were with everybody. We had just watched it. And we were all saying it's going to get canceled. But there was a bunch of us said we hope it doesn't so we can clown on it more.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand, man. Like
getting a last bit of clowning in.
It's like, listen.
Let's listen to this stupid bitch. Well, she's go. We're not.
I mean, we can. She just goes on for a long.
You know
time.
what?
Just talk a little.
We can listen to some.
Just a couple seconds.
Let's listen to her waffle.
Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this insanity.
However, okay.
That was not me, by the way. That was her edit.
Okay.
You suck at the camera just like you suck at rapping.
I thought I would get on here and
she had Tourette's or something when she was dancing like that.
I have no idea.
I hate doing this.
Seizure.
I hate doing this, but I'm gonna do it. I don't use social media very much anymore. And
I wonder why.
But there are many folks out there that I want to acknowledge and I want to show appreciation and love and support for. So that's why I'm hopping.
I'm sorry, dude. She's that girl. She's that girl that just like says stuff just to annoy you. Like, you know.
Canceled. And I'm going to be transparent and say that it's not a huge shock for me.
Oh, it's not.
It's not a huge shock for me.
But for those who aren't aware, there's been.
I always live in my own reality.
You knew it was dog shit. You knew it was dog shit.
Was even announced when it was still just a concept. No one had even seen it. And that's when we started.
Can you pause this real quick, Jake? Because we don't really need to watch the rest of it. I just want to say this. Shout out to Daisy Ridley, because at least with Daisy Ridley, she knows that the Secret Trilogy is not good. Like she has to catch herself sometimes. Like when if you go watch some of Daisy Ridley's interviews with Star Wars or whatever, and they say like, so how did you feel about your movie? Like I thought it was really good. Oh, you thought it was? Like when somebody says, oh. It's like
she takes a few seconds to kind of like recalibrate her brain and the cadence of how she's speaking to give like the company line, so she doesn't actually shit all over it. It's and that's honestly that's what an actor should do. She doesn't go up there and shit on the fans, and also just as well, whether you agree or not, she doesn't shit on the movie because that's her job. She was in the movie.
Yeah,
she's supposed to be pushing the movie, so of course she's going to at least not speak negatively about it.
But that's the beauty about Daisy Ridley. Like it's one of those things of you kind of pull for Daisy Ridley to actually do good in Star Wars because you like it's like you hate her character, but you like her as a person or whatever. Right. Amanda Steinberg, Alenda, whatever her name is, Mixed Queen, whatever. she's just evil, bro. Like she literally called the fandoms gay or whatever. She thinks nerds are gay or whatever that means. I think that's a little weirdo on her side or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
She's not a real Star Wars fan because anybody knows in this nerd culture, once again, these people are tourists, man. You are always welcome.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter what background that you come from or whatever.
Don't forget the guy that's her co-host said that was Anakin that destroyed the damn Death Star.
No.
See, to be honest with you, you know what? I can forgive that. He's an actor. We know he ain't like a fan or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it's just one of those things of, dude, if you're a tourist, be a tourist or whatever. Once again, with Daisy Ridley, I'm gonna take Daisy Ridley again. She even told you she was never a Star Wars fan growing up. But the thing was, she said that she was willing to learn the lore and understand why people like it or whatever. See, that's what you call humbling yourself or whatever. And if you can go into Daisy Ridley's comment section, you might have some people that will like cuss her out and say mean things about it. That just comes with the territory of being an actor or actress or whatever. But for the most part, most of us kind of just say like, dude, Daisy Ridley is actually a pretty good person. She's cool or whatever. She doesn't crap on nobody. And, you know, she even knows these movies ain't good, but like I gotta get paid, so you guys understand. Exactly, Norman.
I agree with Norman. 100%.
And I agree with Wayfarer when he says, as a Filipino, we do not claim that that guy who said Anakin blew up the Death Star. Good, don't just leave him out in the water.
You know, he could have just put it this way: Did Anakin allow Luke to destroy the Death Star?
You know he wasn't thinking that. He wasn't thinking that, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If he could have just said, okay, it was Vader allowed Luke to destroy the Death Star, I've been fine with that. Anakin, that's not Anakin, that's Vader.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And we're gonna go to our final topic right there. We're gonna talk about the Crow, however, like, you know, all things Crow. So you can talk about the skins, the movie. Like, Jake, I know you really wanted to talk. You were talking to us before, so I'm gonna let you lead with this one first.
For a second, let me do something before we do this.
Okay.
This is gonna be hot and heavy.
So, just to show you guys real quick, we're just gonna sit here for a moment. You can see at the very top, there's the original Crow movie with Brandon Lee, certified fresh, 86%. There are the sequels, which, you know, people like Phantom or real big fans, you know, enjoy them for what they are, even though they're not amazing.
I like City of Angels. The other ones are just trash. I like City of Angels.
Okay, City of Angels is fine. And then at the very bottom, somehow at 24%, but definitely rotten, is the remake,
the new one
of the Crow. It's the new one. It's supposed to kind of be a remake. Although I would argue it's more of a reimagining for a couple of very specific reasons. I haven't seen the movie, but I am aware of the movie. I've seen some people talk about it. I've read about it. I have seen the original Crow, and I am aware of it. This new movie is bad. It's not good. Not only is it not a good movie, it is not a good The Crow movie. And it is absolutely just
dog water.
It's dog water. It shits all over the Crow as a character. It totally. I'm having a hard time actually putting this into words. The original Crow. The whole setup of the original Crow movie is that Brandon Lee, his character, and his girlfriend are good people. Now, this is very important. They're good people. They're kind people. And they live in a city that is absolute garbage. they live in a city where everybody is a criminal and a drug addict and abusive and violent, and they're basically the only two people that are of any worth to society. So much so, in fact, that they, for all intents and purposes, adopt a small child who is being abandoned by his drug addict mother.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this new Crow movie, the heart, if you will, of the movie, and which ends up being the motivation for Brendan Lee's Crow to come back, because that's kind of what the Crow is. He's kind of an avenging spirit, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The heart of this movie is totally missing because, unlike in the first movie, in this movie, the two characters are... That's really loud thunder. Sorry about that, guys. In this movie, the two characters are absolute pieces of shit like everybody else in the city. They are also criminals. They're also disrespectful addicts. They're also just absolutely shitty people. And the only thing that kind of unites them is the fact that they do drugs together and they romanticize them. And that's like the basis of their relationship. If anybody remembers like kind of the latter half of season 2 of Breaking Bad, where Jesse and Jen kind of like stayed together a little longer because she breaks her sobriety and starts to smoke crystal with him, and then she introduces heroin to Jesse and things like that. That's basically what this is. That's basically what this is. Unlike in the very first movie where they love each other and they stay with each other because they're good people and they're the only bright spots in this city of shit. These two people come together because they're addicts, basically. Mm-hmm. They're addicts and they love each other because they keep getting fed by each other. And the motivation of dying and coming back in the original movie because the only light in the city was snuffed out, and you loved her so much and cared for her so much that you're going to come back and you're going to absolutely destroy every single person who ever wronged her and thus wronged you and is thus scum of the earth for the city. That's totally lost. That motivation does not exist in this movie because a shitty person, an addict who lost his girlfriend, who is also a shitty person, an addict, coming back from the dead to avenge the people that wronged her and wronged you, it doesn't have the same hit. It doesn't have the same hit. It is absolutely upsetting. Norman is saying, Jane, thank you very much. I did forget her name. Jane. It's upsetting. It's absolutely upsetting because...
her name is Shelley. It's Shelley. In the movie, it is Shelley.
Well, in this movie.
Oh.
She's
not even Shelley?
Well, just whatever. But the whole point, I feel, is whoever wrote this, and I don't really understand why, but whoever wrote this obviously did not understand the motivation behind the Crow. The whole point of the Crow is that he's a good person, and Shelley is a good person, and when the only light in the world gets snuffed out, he is so motivated by love and revenge, he comes back from the dead to kill the people that wronged her and him. And in this movie, there is none of that. The writers totally, absolutely fumbled it. And there's no emotional heart to this movie whatsoever. It is just an edgelord, dark movie that there's no satisfaction to whatsoever. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Go ahead and cook.
I have to say, you guys just saying I have City of Angels and I have the original Crow.
You do?
I even got a version of the Crow.
I got to see the Crow in theaters when it originally released, and I loved that fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite lines by Brandon Lee, when Ernie Reyes was his Ernie, the guy from Ghostbusters. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson says, "You move, you're dead." And Brandon Lee looks at him like, "Well, I say I'm dead, and I move." That movie is phenomenal. Had one hell of a fucking soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
It was during a time. This is around Blade. This is around Spawn. This movie was tragic. Yes, Brandon Lee was accidentally killed on
Yes.
set
Mhm.
by a prop gun. In this movie, they use guns.
Yes.
It was hard
Any firearms that you might have seen in the
Yeah.
movie were not real. They were literally just plastic molds.
It was hard plastic cut out.
They wouldn't take a chance.
Jake, so everybody, so they just released around the time they released the movie. They released crap on Call of Duty, and I have it. I got a video of it.
We're just gonna let it spin. We're just gonna let it go on repeat. Just let it spin.
This is now I'm going to cook. This is Jared Leto's fucking Joker.
Yes, it is. Why can't I get back to the screen? There we go. It looks bad. It looks bad.
He never had fucking. I'm gonna tell you something. In the movie, from what I understand,
Yes.
he doesn't have the icon. He doesn't even have the icon look with the face paint or nothing to the end.
And the whole point is like the look of the Crow. That doesn't happen until after he dies and comes back from the dead. He's just a regular dude. Whereas in this movie, he has the weird. Not all of them at first, but he has like the weird tats, and he, like you said, he kind of looks like Jared Leto's Joker. It's bad. It's so try hard, and they're so like straight faced and serious about the bad boy look that it's so overly saccharine and sincere that it just sucks. It just sucks. This is a 13-year-old's idea of what is ultra cool.
Yeah,
that's
I'll
what
tell you something. This right here, this skin pack, this whole thing costs nearly $20.
Yeah.
It's $17.99 in U.S. currency.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
$18 to look like this absolute
retard.
loser, and you
Looks like a
even
melody backward.
and you even unlock a skin where he is supposed to not
Like
be in a
the comic
comic
book.
book per se, but yeah, but it's not like you brought up earlier, Phantom. It's not like the Judge Dredd one where the comic book skin in Call of
Looked
Duty
better.
for Judge Dredd looked good. It looked like a 2000 AD comic, whereas this just looks like he has literally all the color drained from him and he's monochromatic. It's bad. And for $18, get the fuck out of here. No way. Absolutely not.
I will
A
tell you
third of
guys
the price of the game to play as this loser? Absolutely not.
Oh, so you know what the perks are? The guns? Yeah, they change. They change and shit. When you use the guns, when you shoot somebody, they turn into a murder of crows and just fly all over the place.
Nice or not nice? I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's cool. I guess, but Brandon Lee would turn into a murder crow. You like not the people he killed didn't turn into a murder of crows and fly away. They would just die.
Dude, I would rather have Brandon Lee's crow than this piece of shit crap.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And you know what? I would bet money, not a lot of money, but a small amount of money. I would bet money that the initial intention was they might have wanted to bring in the modern Crow skin in, but I bet they also tried and contacted Brandon Lee's
his
wife. Or his family, to bring him in
all his sisters left because his mom passed away like years ago. It's just his sister.
But still, I would bet that Infinity Ward or Activision, I guess generally, tried reaching out to Brendan Lee's family to see if they can license his image for this game, and I bet they said no.
No.
The Brandon Lee version of this, I would pay $18 for it.
Okay.
I was just gonna say
I would pay $18 for Brandon Lee.
I'll just say this real quick. You know, it's just another one that bites the dust or whatever with another franchise. Just add it on the franchise list, man. Like, you know,
list.
It's like the Crow is now on that list. Surprisingly, we could talk about this next week or whatever. Like Jurassic Park is rebooting again or whatever.
Again.
So with Scarlett Johansson, which I don't mind the eye candy, but I'm just saying it's just no. I don't understand, but you know.
In the CGI of the most recent fucking Jurassic Park movies are terrible. Than the original still aged well. These look shit.
Yeah.
They look fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, okay.
I do know there's like one more topic. Yeah. There it is.
That's The Crow. And that's what we can end the segment on. That's Brandon Lee.
Yeah, we can end it right here.
That's The Crow. It's very 90s, like goth.
Grunge.
But
Stink.
Goth and grungy. But that was the point. That was the point. He's wearing like black metal corpse paint because he's literally undead.
Yeah.
He's literally a dead man walking.
Yeah,
he doesn't carry a massive RPK. He doesn't have a crazy Cheshire smile. He doesn't have stupid tattoos. He doesn't have a stupid pop collar trench coat. It's just a guy who is motivated by love and revenge, literally powering himself to come back from the dead to snuff out the life of the people who smudged out the only bright spot in the absolute shithole of the city that they live in. That's the whole point. The whole point. So there you are, Wayfarer. To compare and contrast.
Was that our last topic for tonight, or did we have one more?
That was the last topic. That was the last topic. We can just do recommendations.
So before recommendations, I do want to say R.I.P. to Sid Vicious, Sid Justice. He passed away a few days ago.
Sid Vicious passed away. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
He passed from cancer. Yeah, a few days ago.
Sid Vicious passed away. Holy shit.
Our link to our Discord is the pinned comment.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go last with my movie. Crease, what do you got recommendation anime this week?
Okay. Definitely highly recommend this anime right here. It's Basculus or whatever. It's basically like a Romeo and Juliet story or whatever of like ninjas. I think people will like this one. English dub is pretty good. The sub is good or whatever. The story is basically like I said. It's Romeo and Juliet mixed with ninja family feud type of thing with superpowers too. So highly recommend it. And the theme song to it is pretty badass. So go ahead and check out Basculus. It's pretty good. Yeah.
And making his triumphant return to
this guy
segment.
It's me.
Jake.
And you know what? In light of this news, thank you, Phantom. In light of this news that was just dropped on me, that Sid Vicious, that Psycho Sid passed away. My recommendation this week is going to be a great album by the Sex Pistols. Never mind the bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. Go on Spotify. Look up the Sex Pistols. Look up this album. Never mind the bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. And listen to some punk music. Some good punk music. And enjoy yourself. You might not be a fan of punk. You might not be a fan of rock. You might not be a fan of metal. But this band influenced so many generations, just like the Ramones influenced them and influenced a ton of other people. The Sex Pistols influenced a ton of other people as well. They influenced Black Flag. They influenced Misfits. Those bands influenced many other bands after them. Never mind the bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. Requiem Scott and Pachi, Psycho Sid Vicious.
So my recommendation tonight. Well, Jake, I got to show you something. Isaac, our good friend Isaac,
gave
us two little clips
good friend
that we're not using on the show. I totally forgot to use them, but we got to show you these clips.
Too short for a stormtrooper.
Huh?
And here's the other one. Here's the other one.
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all
Hey, baby!
over you.
You got girlfriend Vietnam? Not just this minute.
Yeah.
Well, baby, me so horny. Me so horny.
Keep lying.
Me love you long time.
Oh, me so horny, me love you long time. Sucky, sucky, $5.
Look at Isaac.
I love how Isaac. I love how Isaac made the main character ABF. That's great.
I mean, like ABF looks like Joker off of Full Metal Jacket, and I can't unsee it. Like, I can't unsee it. Private Joker.
Trust me, Isaac.
In the,
Good shit.
oh my gosh, Isaac absolutely nailed it. But in the meme where the helmet is on ABF, did the helmet say what did the helmet say? Because it didn't say Born to Kill. What did it say? It's
I'll play it again. I don't give a
what did it
shit.
say?
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all
Hey, baby!
over you.
You got girlfriend Vietnam? Not just this minute.
Yeah.
Well, baby, me so horny. Me so horny.
Keep lying.
Me love you long time.
Okay, it said Born to Breed.
Born to
and
Breed.
That's,
Yeah.
that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I'll allow that. Our good friend Lance.
Shout out to
Would.
Isaac. Shout out to Isaac.
Yeah.
Shout out to Isaac. Would you would? I mean, maybe.
Landanog.
Landrigan. Yeah.
Landrigan.
That's the Fed. That's the Fed. Don't give him anything.
So
Yeah.
my recommendation is a sci-fi movie from the 80s, Your Hunter from the Future.
Oh my gosh, holy smokes.
The 35th anniversary Blu-ray. This movie right here starts off, you're in a you think you're in with dinosaurs and stuff. I'm not going to spoil it. Watch the movie. I think it's free on YouTube. I know it's on Tubi. It's in a lot of places. Great soundtrack. Great movie. A lot of people panned it. A lot of people didn't like it. It's a worth watch. It's a good popcorn flick.
Very good. Very good.
Nice.
So Jake, since
Sir?
you made your triumphant return after being
Oh, I did.
fired and being with your
Rehired.
girl for 4 weeks, what you got coming up, brother?
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys are in luck because other than being back here next week, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Alec Baldwin's Finger Channel for being a regular panelist on All the Hip. Tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be on my good friend Carlo Dojima's channel, and I will be on his RNG Gaming podcast, and that is just going to be kind of an open interview, an open conversation. We have a few topics that we laid out. I will send you the link for that fandom. You can put it in the description of the VOD if you so desire. But yeah, tomorrow night, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be on Carlo Dojima's channel, on the RNG podcast, RNG Gaming podcast, for a good conversation with my friend Carl. And I think you guys should tune in. I think you guys will like it. That's what I'm going to be doing.
What you got coming up, Chris?
So this Saturday, of course, we're gonna be me, Sophie, and Westward. We are going to be doing Killing Saturdays with anime. With that podcast. Not sure what we're gonna be talking about. It's gonna be anime related, but I think we might talk about the new Wukong game. I'm not sure or whatever, but so yeah. That's what I got going on, and then I got this next week with you guys. So that's what's going on.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Pretty much me, same old, same old. I gotta do some videos. I've been debating on this. I've been debating on just starting a political stream up on my main channel, but yeah, it's so hectic trying
Up
to
and down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with this channel making video. I mean, I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm gonna say I appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to the two new mods. Wes Wayfair. We got Sophie was in here earlier.
Did a few drive-bys.
We had Nagranal, just JK, and there's more people in here.
Mm-hmm.
The link to our Discord is the pinned comment.
It is very much so.
We're working on trying to do some stuff in the Discord. We have some projects that we're going to be doing soon.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye out because the channel is going to get revitalized. I got some new stuff that I'm working on. But I appreciate all you guys. We're at 57 subscribers. We're on the road to 75. We still haven't figured out what we're gonna do for 75 yet. Next week is episode 10. We're trying to work
got some special guests.
We're
trying to get special guests.
Yeah, we're working on trying to get somebody to come up. But in all, thank you guys for coming. No homo. Pretty much, thank you guys. We love you guys. We will see you guys next Thursday night for another episode for the Homies Podcast. I'm Fam X. He's Big Dog Jake. He is MMA Crease. We're the homies. We'll see you next week, people. And
Subscribe, mother.
That's right.
Like, share, subscribe, baby. We'll see you guys.
Stream nerds. Peace out, guys.